Alright folks, buckle up, because things just hit the fan. The View is in full-blown meltdown mode, and the woman behind it all. Karoline Leavitt. Young, sharp, fearless, and unapologetically conservative, she just dropped a truth bomb so massive it sent Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin into absolute chaos. And get this, she didn't even have to show up on their stage to do it. It all started with yet another unprovoked swipe from The View's hosts. Joy Behar threw out a jaw-dropping claim, saying Karoline only landed her job because Donald Trump thinks she's a 10. That's right, according to Joy, it wasn't Karoline's intelligence, experience, or poise. No, it was just her looks. I think she's probably being put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10, Joy said with that smug tone we've all come to expect. She did try to backtrack, saying it was Karoline's first press briefing, not her first job, but the damage was already done. Now, Karoline could have ignored it. Let it slide. But that's not her style. Instead, she unleashed a brutal, unapologetic takedown that absolutely shredded the show's credibility. And the backlash? Oh, it's real. So real, in fact, that behind closed doors, ABC execs are reportedly considering pulling the plug on The View entirely. Yes, it's that serious. So what did Karoline say that rattled Whoopi into a meltdown, made Joy physically uncomfortable, and, miracle of miracles, left Sunny Hostin speechless? You're about to find out. But first, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more unfiltered, no-nonsense updates. Subscribed. Awesome, let's dive in. The View's latest mess started when they did exactly what they always claim to stand against, tearing down a successful woman because she doesn't align with their politics. Joy's snide remark that Karoline only got her role due to Trump thinking she's 10 was especially bizarre coming from someone who constantly parades her feminism like a badge of honor. One online commenter said it best, disgusting. Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Trump thought she was attractive. It set the tone for what came next. They mocked Karoline for being young. They questioned her credibility. They reduced her entire career to a man's opinion of her looks. Whoopi, never one to let facts get in the way of her narrative, chimed in with an unhinged rant about how Karoline owed her job to wokeness. Her exact words. Let me explain something to you. Without that wokeness, you might not have that job. She went on to claim that women were once excluded from the table, and the reason people like Karoline have a platform today is solely because of those efforts. Now, the irony. Whoopi was essentially lecturing Karoline on feminism while completely ignoring the fact that she and her co-hosts were actively trying to discredit another woman's accomplishments. The hypocrisy was stunning. Another commenter didn't hold back either, saying, Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Karoline Leavitt, hilarious, and Sunny Hostin. Well, she stayed true to form, making it all about race, because that's her go-to. But Karoline wasn't having any of it. Instead of staying silent, she came back with a counterattack so sharp and scathing that it left The View reeling. She called out the dangerous rhetoric being pushed by the left, the same rhetoric she says led to multiple attempts on President Trump's life. She called out Kamala Harris and Tim Walz by name for calling Trump supporters threats, labeling that kind of language as reckless and divisive. Then, she went even further. Karoline said what millions are thinking. The media keeps pointing fingers at Trump for division, while conveniently ignoring their own role in pushing hoaxes and lies. She laid it out plain and simple. Trump isn't the one dividing the country. The media and shows like The View are. And the response? Instant viral explosion. Karoline's video torched The View, branding him as bitter, out-of-touch elites who claim to stand for feminism while tearing down any woman who doesn't fit their narrative. She didn't sugarcoat it. She said Joy Behar is the perfect example of fake feminism. If you're not a liberal woman, you're mocked, ridiculed, and minimized. So much for empowering women. And that wasn't even the most brutal part. Karoline turned to Whoopi's comments and fired back hard, saying she didn't get to where she is because of wokeness, she earned it through hard work, unlike the day highs The View seems to champion. Then she hit Sunny with a dose of reality, questioning how someone like her, who constantly talks about privilege, can't see the irony in her own elitism. But the moment that really broke the internet. When Karoline said, "The View doesn't want strong women. They want women who follow their script, and I refuse to play their game." Boom. Just like that, Twitter erupted. Hashtags like #cancel the View and #Karoline Leavitt owns the View trended within minutes. And the View? Oh, they didn't see this coming. They thought they could throw a few insults and move on. Instead, they created a media firestorm and handed Karoline the biggest platform of her career. She's no longer just a rising star, she's now a conservative household name, and that's got ABC sweating bullets. Sources say producers are in full panic mode. There's talk of internal shakeups, and yes, names like Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg are being mentioned in some very serious, very uncomfortable conversations. Translation: their time might finally be up. And the audience? Even loyal fans of The View are starting to turn. One viral tweet summed it up: The View preaches empowerment but mocks any woman who doesn't fit their agenda. Karoline Leavitt just exposed them. Sponsors are reportedly getting cold feet, too. Some major brands are said to be reconsidering their ad deals. Because let's face it, who wants their name attached to this disaster? The writing is on the wall. The View has flirted with controversy for years, but this time, they might have pushed too far. The backlash is louder than the ratings boost, and ABC is facing a decision they can't ignore: either clean house or pull the plug entirely. Could this finally be the moment that brings The View down for good? Now it's your turn. Did The View finally cross the line? Was Karoline Leavitt's response the wake-up call the media needed? And do you think ABC will actually cancel the show after this fiasco? Let me know what you think in the comments. And before you head out, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button, because the drama's just getting started.